and welcome to Free Flight. Today we're going to be taking a look at access levels in the new version, which is due out 1st of March. Will be pre-released to existing customers before that. We've introduced some extra access levels. The one you're looking at the moment is the one that everybody's used to. This is the office access level, and this is the highest level that you can give to a staff member. The office access level gives basically access to everything within the system. You have access to all the payments and charges for recording the day-to-day transactions, and it's also where the treasurer and people jump off to get access to the finance section. There's a section for training supervisors if you run training schemes. It also gives you access to being able to set up the club profile with the membership types and the charging schemes and all of that, and access to all the aircraft information, changing the aircraft pricing structures, all the other different products that you might sell. These are all the subjects of other tutorials, so we're not going through them into due depth today. We're just going to look at the differences between the access levels. So without further ado, I'm just going to pause this video and switch over to show you the new operations access level and show you the differences. And so now we're looking at the new operations access level. This has been requested by a number of clubs. Effectively it gives you access to most things, but it protects the system from any of the financial stuff. So you'll notice immediately that the payments and charges menu option has disappeared from the top, and also if we go down to the other login menus, there is no access to the finance section. So effectively the operations access level is the next one down. There are also some delete functions that have been removed, again just to protect the data, but essentially the operations manager can look at most of the things that the club does. You can look at the voucher sales, you can look at the course sales, you can look at the flight logs. What you cannot do is delete any of the flight logs. That's one of the delete functions that's disappeared. And anything to do with finance, of course, has disappeared. That's retained within the main office access level. So the next one I'm going to show you is the new team leader function. So this is the team leader access level, and as you can see it's very similar. Well, it's identical to the standard members login that people are used to. We've taken this opportunity to just juggle one or two things around on the screen. The new feature here is the meet the duty teams, which everybody will see, and instructors particularly will see another button on here which enables you to quickly stand the crews down if the weather turns really bad and you're going to cancel flying for the day. The main thing that the team leaders will see is this extra tab at the top, which is for team leaders. Again, we're going to be making this a subject of a separate video because the team leader section is new. But very quickly I will show you. You see the calendar with all the duty teams allocated on it. You see all the teams here, and you can create new teams as and when you need them. Apart from that, it's pretty much the same as the members admin. Members will see a different one. They will see their My Duties folder here, which just shows them things about themselves, when their upcoming duties are, looking for members who need a swap, all of which used to be at the bottom of the member screen, and now we put them onto a separate tab. So yeah, those are the three: office, operations, team leader, and members. If you want to see what the difference is, just keep a note of that because that's the one we'll be missing for normal members. And yeah, there is one other that I would like to show you, which is really not for members but for administrators, to help them understand what's going on within the system, and that is the duty clerk screen. So the duty clerk is what is known as a specialist user, and they're normally set up not in the members database but in your club profile setup section, and there's an option there called specialist users. We're not going to add one. We've already got the list open on the screen here, and generally speaking there will normally be only one clerk specialist user. However, if you're a busy club or you're running a competition with lots of entries, you might want 2 or 3 people at the launch point all capable of launching a landing aircraft, in which case there's nothing to stop you setting up a couple more accounts. The key thing is that they should each log in with their own login name, and generally speaking the passwords for those are not broadcast widely to the membership. Rather, you set up a shortcut on the desktop on the launch point PC or the tablet, and you enter it from there, so there's no need for anybody to actually know the passwords on here. So to show you what it looks like for the benefit of people who are just curious and just looking at the system, I'm going to log out of here. I'm going to log in to the Duty Clerk screen. Sorry, wrong password. So basically this is the sharp end of real-time online flight logging. You have all the facilities here to record Standard Club flights, guest flights, mutual or passenger flights, all of which again is a subject of a separate tutorial video. Just get rid of that. But I just wanted to show you what it was, and so that completes a set. You have office access level, you have operations access level, you have team leaders access level, members access level, and the specialist access level for launch point logging. We are going to create one other, but we're not going to hold up the release for this, which is scheduled for 1st of March. We are going to create an access level for the marketing team, so they can look at things like the courses, how they're doing, how you're doing in comparison to other years, the trial lesson sales. You'll be able to do mail shots to the trial lesson people to do some further post-event marketing to them, maybe invite them to an open day, or maybe invite them onto a summer course, all of which will be contained in a separate section. So that's all for this video. Just one thing to say, we're going to be looking at duty crews in the next video. So again, a little marketing plug here. If you're using Dutyman and you've seen the recent price increases for this year, you may be considering dropping it. So this is just to say that with the current prices, if you're on Dutyman Basic, then please consider that effectively the cost of Dutyman, which is now covered by our what we call duty crews, is going to save you the equivalent of 3.5 months fees for free flights. So you get 3.5 months free. If you're on Dutyman Plus, then that jumps up to 5 months. So the cost of a Dutyman Plus annual subscription is going to pay for 5 months of free flight. Just something to keep in mind, guys. That's all for now, and we'll see you in the next video.